you're watching later, hi. Leave a comment. I always go back and read comments. I always heart comments. Unless you're like super rude, I'm not gonna heart that, but I like to heart comments just so that you know that I read it. So yeah, leave comments and do the doings that need to be done. Hello, I'm a little bit early, I think. I'm like 5 minutes early. Ow. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull up your comments. Where are your comments? Here they are. Okay. There we go. That's better. Hi, guys. Welcome to another weekly live stream on YouTube and for the world to come together in perfect harmony. I don't know how to play the ukulele, but I'm just gonna do it until people get here because I'm like a few minutes early. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. See how good I am, guys? I just went poo-poo, I just went doo-doo, and it did come out pretty good. I think that tomorrow I'll try much harder so that my poo doesn't feel like wood. I love cookies, all the cookies, Oreos, oatmeal, butterscotch. And if you give me some, then I can tell you that I'll be so happy in my... We're not gonna finish that one. Don't want to get taken down. Ew, I didn't mean that to happen. I'm sorry. Ew, I'm so gross. I hate myself. Okay. Hello, Darcy. Hello, Awanis. Hello, Casey. How are you? Hello, Joseph. Hello, April, Kaylee, and Paige, and Hayden, Hyde, and you. Shattered thoughts, always. Paige, Paige, Paige. Hey, hey, Shanny, Kitty, hey. Shanny, hi, Darcy. Harley, my dude. Haven't seen Harley in a while. Still haven't changed your name. Okay. You're welcome. Major Bag King. Major Bag King. What a name that is. I wonder what it freaking means. So you should tell us so that we know. Excuse me. Jenny is a goddess. I agree, Darcy. No, I don't. She's kind of lame. But she just tries. Bless you, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. You guys, I'm so good at the ukulele. Oh no, I have a snot bubble. No! Hold on. I know you don't want to see this, trust me. Hold on. That's not insulting myself, it's a fact that I cannot play, and here's why. We talked about this the other day. It's the same reason I can't dance. I don't have good rhythm. I have horrible rhythm. I can sing okay. I can play the piano sometimes, but like I can't play and read at the same time. It throws off my rhythm. I can't pay attention to both. Just like with this, I can't strum and pay attention to the notes at one time. And like with dancing, I can't dance. So, thanks. Thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate that. And you are awesome, don't you know? And Kaylee, you are really pretty. And Cassandra, you are so dope. Thank you, Casey. You're beautiful too. And I'm so freaking proud of you. I'm so dang proud that you're getting help now. And I can't wait for you to come through and be the angel that I know you are. But you just have to work real hard. So don't give up, dear, and please keep fighting so that you can meet me with my lard. It's really good. Hi, Emily. Okay, is it 6 o'clock yet? Oh, 7, I mean. Yes, it is. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to the YouTube Live of the week. I just got cleaned up from passing out in the dirt. Oh, why did you pass out? I passed out last night too. It's shocking. I pass out every night. I'm sorry. What happened? Okay. I need you to stay where I want you to stay. Just right there. I have no idea where Danny is. Haven't talked to him all day. His car's not here. I have no idea where he is. I don't know. Do you think he'll go wander again? I don't know. What do you think? Maybe. I still have that purple hair dye. I'm just not brave enough. Like, usually I would be brave enough to experiment like that. My concern is like, what if it kills my hair? I mean, it couldn't kill it any more than bleach does, I guess. And it's not like super permanent, and it's meant to last 6 weeks, except I don't wash my hair like a normal person, so it would probably last like 6 months or like 6 years. So I don't know if it won't if you don't bleach it. But I mean, if I did it right now, it would be like dark purple up here and then into light ombre. I don't know. I'm too scared. I'm just kind of a wuss. So I thought we could have like open conversations about hard topics today, because mostly when I do live streams, especially lately, they've been like really fun, which is awesome. And we're still gonna have fun, don't worry. But I think, dang it, crap. I gotta get my charger. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Gonna have to work. Okay, that works, I guess. Okay. So anyway, I was thinking like it would be cool. Thank you. I have a lot of paintings. Look at these big canvases I have that I'm gonna paint over. They're leftover props from Danny's job. So anyway, I don't know. Like I just thought it would be good if we just start out strong and talk about some hard stuff together. And like, I was trying to think like maybe every week on our live stream, we could talk, we could check in, and then we could do something fun, and then I can sing and then say goodnight. Or we could just do the topic thing where we just like discuss openly and kindly hard stuff, or we can do a mixture of both. I don't know what you guys want, but today I think we should talk about some things because it's so heavy on everybody's minds. And like I made a video about this recently, but it's been hard for me to it's been hard for me to deal with this happening in the world. It's kind of actually making me depressed in a new way. You're in the dental field? I've been working through this pandemic. I'm in the dental field. Why are you working? Is that allowed? You're touching people's mouths? I mean, I'm sure you wear gloves. You're such a hero. Oh my gosh. Who is it, Casey? Is it Vivi? Oh, no. Not politics. I meant like, no, I don't like to talk politics either. I meant like how we're feeling during the quarantine, because a lot of us already have depression. And so, Bridget, did you have your baby yet? You need to block her, Casey. You really do. Remember what I told you last night? Were you there? Were you there in the live last night? I've been going live on Instagram, so come join there if you feel like it. And I've been like trying to meet you guys. So like, because I can't bring you on here. I wish I could. But if we do on Instagram, I can invite you guys and we can do like a guest thing. So if you're ever bored at night around this time usually, maybe an hour later than this, I don't know, come and join our Insta lives and maybe I'll bring you on to meet you face to face. So I blocked her on all my Instagrams, but didn't see that I still had her on TikTok. Well, to be fair, I blocked her on literally everything, and she keeps making new accounts and commenting and tagging and doing all the things. So it's like, just keep on blocking, ignoring, and I'm heartbroken about yesterday or the day before. I don't know. And I just don't know if it's like worth our time anymore. It's just not. She's not going to change. And for those that, I'll just say it real quick. I don't want to get back into it, but Vivi is not the person I thought she was, and I had a feeling. And so I messaged her and I said, because, God, this is like, okay, long story. I want this to be over though, so let me hurry and tell it real quick and then we'll be done. So I met this kid, this boy, I thought was a boy, at Weber High School last year when we went to speak and did an assembly at their high school. And after the assembly, this boy, who I thought was a boy, came up to me, tears in his eyes, wouldn't say a thing to me, all dressed in black. He had like a hood on, and you could tell he was really like self-conscious and really like bullied, and you know what I mean, just like sad. And so I tried talking to him, he wouldn't talk, so I just embraced him and held him and hugged him, and he just cried in my arms. And then I looked at him and we like connected, like face to face, eye to eye. And it was like we had this little conversation, this little connection where I was like, everything's gonna be okay. And he was like, thank you, and just walked away, and he never said one word. So I was talking about this on a live stream, and this girl named Vivi comes on, and she says that was her. And I was like, that's you? And she's like, yeah, that was me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a boy. And she's like, well, I was a boy. And a lot of people thought I was a boy because I was a boy, but I'm not anymore. I'm trans right now, and I'm going through dealing with that with my family. And like for the next year, I took her under my wing a little bit, thinking that it was that kid that I had that connection with, that I had like been looking for so long. He finally came around, and it was actually Vivi. Like a week ago, I just had this feeling like I'm just gonna ask her, because we stopped being friends. I've had to block her and everything. She's done multiple inappropriate things to me in my community, so I've had to block her. But I messaged her yesterday or the day before, and I said, I just have one question for you, and this is literally your last chance to be honest with me, because she's lied about everything else. And I said, are you really the kid that I hugged at the high school? And she said, no, that's not me. And I was like, I told her, I did tell her, I said, I'm proud of you for telling me that. At least you told me the truth. Like I didn't want to totally discourage her, but I was also like, I just was hurt, and I was like, okay, well, thank you for telling me the truth, and take care of yourself, goodbye. That's it. So I'm feeling hurt because for those of you that have been there and seen I can't, okay, like, I'm gonna cry, oh no. After that high school assembly, I could not stop thinking about this boy. And for a couple weeks at least, I think, maybe more, I was trying to look for him everywhere. I was like asking other kids that contacted me through personal messages that were at the high school and their students and stuff. Like I was asking all of them if they knew who he was. And I was like trying to find him. So, because I met a lot of people and they were all super sweet and wonderful. And there were only a couple that I remember, but he was the one I remember the very most. And the fact that he didn't say one word and I didn't say one word except like, I love you, it's gonna be okay. But we kind of had this like special connection through our eyes. That's who I thought I was talking to for the past year, and trying to help. And so I've been going through this whole. So Vivi's not trans, obviously she is a girl, but she pretended to be a boy who was trans. And I spent the last year helping her on how to come out to her family and how to deal with things, and knowing that she's in Utah, and then her coming on and threatening suicide, making second accounts that bully herself and then bully me and bully other people in the community, and then threatening suicide to the point that I finally called the police about it, and they traced her phone and said she doesn't even live in Utah, and I was like, what the crap? And so they did get her apparently, and then seeing her laugh about that on a live with Casey, and it wasn't Casey's fault. Casey was just on a live with her and said, didn't the police come to your house last night? And she like laughed about it like it was, and we were up all night about it, and it was very stressful and very painful on my end. And so yeah, okay, that's the story. That's literally. So it's like this whole time I've been thinking I've been helping this boy that's now a girl that I met, that I had this undeniable connection with. And so every time she would say she wanted to like kill herself and she's worthless and nobody wants her around, I'd be like, girl, like one-on-one, like behind the scenes, I'd be like, girl, come on. You remember the connection we had. I care about you. I know your family cares about you, or you'd be on the street and people in the community care about you. You're not alone. You're not alone. And like I kept using that as an example to stay, because she would be like, well, why should I stay? Why do you like me? Why am I special? And I'll be like, you know why you're special, because we had that special connection that I don't think I've ever had with another viewer that came up to me to meet me. I don't think I've ever had a connection quite like that before, and you can't deny that, and da-da-da. And I would give her hours and hours of texting and messaging. So, yeah, so she made up a bully and claimed that this bully was like bullying her to death or something. And I asked her to give me the name of the bully. She did. And then that bully, when I tried to follow this bully, started messaging me and harassing me, and said some really cruel things about me and Vivi and other people in the community. And I don't even know this person, so I'm like, this is weird. And she did eventually fess up that Jessie was actually her, that she made it up, the account, and that, yeah. So I'm just feeling like, I can't tell you how many times in the last 2 days that with Danny, only with Danny, by the way, I have like broken down and cried, because I truly thought, like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. I even remember telling my mom how excited I was that boy had found me. Like, I remember telling my mom, because I told my mom about that boy that I met right after it happened. Like that day, I called her and told her, and so she knew how much he meant. And she was even one of the people that was like, well, try calling people in the school and find out who he is, and you can find him, you can do it. So then for someone to come on 2 or 3 weeks later and be like, I'm that person, and so, no, it's there's no use. I've tried, and I think she's a little bit. I'm trying to remember what Jessie said to me. Jessie kind of attacked me and Casey, mostly because Casey who's dancing dolphins here, if nobody knows. Oh, it does have your name in it. Oh, I didn't realize that. Whoops. But honestly, I felt really bad for Casey because Casey, I guess I am just gonna vent about all this. Okay, sorry, maybe I need to. Casey had a week before the whole thing happened where I was up all night with her talking to many different police officers in different states and different counties and different places trying to find her and track her phone, and it was like an all-night deal. And then an hour later she went live with Casey and laughed about it, and Casey was like, did the police come? She's like, no, it's not the first time, ha 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 ha, when like I was convinced that this girl had killed herself based on the things she had told me. So anyway, what pisses me off the most about that is that a week prior to this, Casey had attempted suicide, and so she was in the hospital for it. She's now in treatment for it, and Vivi knew that. Like, they were starting to get close, and Vivi knew everything that she'd been going through. So for her to use suicide and fake it just to get my attention, especially like trying to confide in Casey, who had just gone through an attempt, it just pisses me off. And that makes me more mad than what she did to me, almost, just because I'm like, where's your heart? Like, I don't understand people like this. And so for me, it's been a struggle because of obvious reasons, but also it's been a struggle because I have something in me that sucks. Like, it can be beautiful and it sucks also. And it's that I have a really big heart, and for some reason I just love everyone no matter what. I can find the good in you, and so I often get taken advantage of. But since this whole situation has happened, I'm definitely setting new boundaries with my viewers, and I guess we could talk about that too right now if you want. But I don't know, I cannot tell you how painful it's been to go through this. And now it's like all I'm left wondering is, okay, where is that boy though? Where is the boy that I met? Where is the boy that I met at the high school a year ago? Where is he? Are you watching? Are you out there? I am trying to find you. I tried to find you for a long time. I thought I found you. It wasn't you. So don't be offended. I didn't know. I'm sorry if you've been like watching the whole thing unfold, but please like message me if it's you, and just say in the title, say I'm the boy that hugged you. But please, no more lying, okay guys? I shouldn't even said that. Now I'm gonna get a whole bunch of messages. Not a whole bunch, maybe 2 or 3 from the trolls that like to do that to me, but I'll be able to tell. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the story. Anyway, okay, why was I telling that story? Oh, because Casey was saying that, what did you say she's doing on TikTok? Just ignore her. That's all we can do now. Block, ignore. I told her to take care and say goodbye. And I'm done with it on my end, and I think that you should be too. I really do. I think we all should. I really, really, really learned a lot too. Like, I learned a lot in this situation, and it's kind of put me on guard of who I can trust now. So if you're, I don't know, just bear with me, because it's, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay, shut up, Libby. Why does this stuff always happen to you? You're like a psycho magnet. Because I see the good in everyone. That's what Danny says. I'm a psycho magnet. Hello? It's like my job here on earth to just like attract anyone, no matter how horrible they are, and to try and help them and see the good in them. And then they end up getting hurt. Well, I end up getting hurt. They end up getting hurt. They end up doing more stupid things because I give it attention, like I am right now. And it keeps feeding into it, and then they do more and more stupid things, and they study me for years, and they watch all my videos, and then they're like, ooh, I know how to get to her. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like insult her in the way that she knows will be the worst ever, like talking about her doing things with her dad, or talking about her not being able to have kids, or like the really, really hard situations, like, ooh, I'm gonna use this against her and make her feel like crap. So I'm sure that's coming next week. We'll see. I'm just kidding, because I'm not gonna let it happen anymore. Those people are sad and bored and insecure. And something I do on Instagram lives, I think I've done it on here a couple times, is if someone comes on and says something mean to me, I'll ask them what their story is. Like, I'll be like, what's your story, bro? Like, just talk to me for a minute, person to person, human to human. And that happened just a couple nights ago. A girl came on and said that I looked old and ugly, and I asked her what was going on in her life, and she said that her boyfriend was in prison for stealing a car because they're both addicted to meth and cocaine. She's bouncing from house to house. Her name was Anna. I don't know if she's here. And like, we wouldn't have known that. We wouldn't have known. And if you think about that, if you stop and think about an 18-year-old, I think she said, who has a boyfriend, her only partner, her only person, because she doesn't have a good family, she has nowhere to go. This person is in prison for stealing a car in order to get them both drugs because they're both addicted to drugs. And she's probably was withdrawing while she said that comment to me or something. And I'm not saying that excuses it, but it's like, it did open my eyes to be like, okay, well, that really sucks what you're going through. And guess what? You don't have to be mean to get our attention. Tell us what you're actually going through. And then she did. So it's like, for me, I think that's a good thing. I think that's sweet to just, try and bring the good out in everybody. But once in a while, this happens where someone lies and takes complete advantage of my kindness and my community, and it hurts, So it's hard, but it's something I can't help. Like, I don't know if I need to go to therapy. Do you go to therapy for being too loving? Is that a bad? I mean, it is, because I keep on getting hurt because of this. And I'm not perfect. I am a bitch, but it's like, I'm really not a bitch though. I'm just weird. I don't know. Anyway, if you're gonna troll it. Wait, what do you mean? Shatter thoughts. If a person contacts you, ask them to verify the name of school or something only they would know, like your outfit that day. So you're saying that I should be like, where do you go to school and what are you wearing today? That sounds really bad. That sounds like pedophilic a little. Wait, what do you mean? I know it's okay to create boundaries, and that's what I need help with. I'm trying to do it. I'm doing better in a lot of areas, but guys, you like sex? A lot of people like sex. Dang it, Lauren, I was gonna talk to him. Just kidding. Or her. Whatever. To prove they're a real person? But what do you mean? Just say, where do you go to school and what are you wearing? I'm so confused. If someone claims to be that boy, you ask if they can name the school, and see, that's a problem, because she was able to name the school because I had told the school, because we went there to do a conference and we were high school. Everybody knows where it was. She had already probably seen she had already seen the whole video of it. There was even a live, oh my gosh, sorry, I'm just remembering more. I just have to get it off my chest. There was even, she even came on a live once, and we were watching part of my speech together. I was holding up my phone, and at one part of my speech, I asked the entire audience of 1,100 high school students to say, "You're beautiful, you're worth it, I am too," with me, because that's amazing. And I had figured long before this that we panned over the audience and we could see that boy, the boy that I hugged. And so I remember, and you can see him you are beautiful, really into it, and just really oh my gosh, thank you for being here, I love you so much. And I even brought that up and paused right when it was on him and was like, oh look, baby, it's you. And she's like, yeah, I'll never forget it. It was so great. It was so awesome. I'm drinking ginger ale. Wait. Oh, to verify that they're a boy. I just hope that kid comes through. I really do. I hope he somehow finds me and... Are you really? Nice. Good. I really do. Because I still think about him every day. Now I think about him even more because now I'm like, wait, I don't know him. I thought I knew him, but I don't. So I hope he's okay out there. I don't know. I don't know then, Shanny. I feel like you might recognize them and get that feeling connection again when you do meet him. Wait, what do you mean? I already met him. What are you talking about? Plot twist, it's actually beer. Mm-hmm. Don't tell. What are you sorry for? You did nothing wrong. Wait, am I missing something here? You did nothing. I don't know what we're talking about. Never mind. Anyway, and I was just gonna say one more thing and now I forget. Oh, I'm kind of dumb. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm kind of stupid. No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm kind of an idiot. I'm not. Just kidding. I'm so smart, guys, because I should have known. Because this person, this boy, it was the first time he's ever met me, and I just knew it. You know, I knew that. And at first, at first, Vivi said that that was the first time she'd ever seen me. But then later on, she started saying that she had actually been watching me for a long time and that she knew who I was before the assembly and that she was like a huge fan of me already. Wow, how did I miss all this? Okay. I need to move on. What is happening? Like, I love you, Marcella, and I care for you, but there's literally nothing I can do for you. You have to call the police. Clearly you have a phone because you're watching this. So end this live stream, get off the live, go call the police and tell them what happened. Does it matter if she's in Brazil? Wait, why does that matter? Thinking about just running away, but I'm afraid of being caught and things getting even worse. So you're saying that your mom tried to kill you with a knife and you're locked in your bedroom. Hold on. I'm currently locked in my room for my own safety and unable to physically leave the house. I have 2 cats and nowhere to go, but here I really don't know what to do. And the first thing you said was, hold on. Hello, I've been following you for a while and just saw your live and saw the title and I really need some advice. A few hours ago, my mother pulled a knife on me, the result of years of emotional abuse. Thinking about running away. I don't know why you'd want to run away. I don't understand that. Because call. Okay, here's what I'm going to do here. Because of past experiences. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to discuss this with you and get my point across one time. That's it. And then we're going to move on. We're not going to talk about it anymore. And this isn't me being mad at you. This is me caring for you. Basically, if your mom, I'm sorry that that's happening. Like, that's super duper scary. I can't imagine having a knife pulled on me by a parent. Well, by my mom. And so I know that that must feel really scary to you. And so, like, I'm not saying that you're like lying or anything. I'm just saying that I'm very confused as to why you would come on a live stream and ask 60 people what to do when, like, we literally can't do anything. So it's like, obviously you've got a phone because you're watching this live stream. So I want you to exit the live stream, okay? I want you to go call the police, get in your closet so it's muffled so they don't hear you. And then, 21 for context, it was a normal day. She started a fight with me for a petty thing and threatened me with it. Then I told her to go ahead and she got shocked and locked herself in her room. Okay, yeah. See, this is all like, I can't do anything for you. I wish I could. I really wish I could. So I need you to hang this up. I need you to go call the police and then let us know what they say. And, because they're the ones that can help. We can't do anything for you. So, yeah. And if you don't have a phone, if you do in fact have a tablet, like Cassandra messaged, which is a good point, then send me your phone number and I'll call the police for you. Deal? So that's the plan. You call the police. If you can't, give me the phone number and I'll call them. And they'll come to your house and take care of you. Okay. So what else? What else should we talk about? Do you guys have any more woes? I guess I should have titled this because like I started with my woe that I'm going through, and now we're talking about your woes. I should have titled this differently. Maybe I'll go back and do that real quick. So while I do that, type your woes, and I'll pick one. And remember, if you've never done this with us before, when I'm talking to one person, it's very much appreciated that you don't try and get my attention over and over while I'm trying to help one person. I really have mad respect for you if you join me trying to help that person and put your input on the situation and stuff, and then that also makes it go a lot faster so that I can get to more of you. And then if I don't get to you on this live, don't worry, I'll do it again. Maybe I'll just do this every Saturday. I don't mind, I like it. But please don't be bitter or angry or jealous or anything like that. It's just realistic. I can't do everybody today. So, okay, let me go change this because I want. I'm also gonna go to Instagram real quick. No. Hi guys, I'm on YouTube right now doing a live stream. Come and join. We're doing woes right now, so if you have a woe to share with us, come join on YouTube, Educating Shanny. Okay, see you soon. Goodbye. I'm cringy in a good way. Hang on 1 second. All right, let me read your woes now. Hold on, I'll find one. So again, we're not gonna address missing footage. I know, isn't it riveting? Oh, Jesse, I'm so sorry. I'm I'm really panicking right now. My husband and I got in a bad fight last night. He got really drunk as usual and went off on me and got in my face, and it was really scary. I am so sorry. Can I just say, like, I'm not meaning to trigger you more, but I feel like it's almost based off of what I grew up with and witnessed my dad and my mom. Sometimes it's almost scarier to just have an abuser, especially if they're drunk, like just get in your face like that and like intimidate you. For me, that was more scary because it was like I'm always tense and I'm always on eggshells. Is he gonna hit me? Is he gonna not? Is he gonna hit mom? Is he gonna not? Is he just gonna yell? Is he gonna scream my face? What's he gonna do? So I'm so sorry. He wants me to be a conspiracy theorist like he is. That's why he got mad at you? I'm not rolling my eyes at you. I'm rolling my eyes at him. That's the stupidest reason to get mad at somebody and yell at somebody. Yeah, it's terrifying to watch stuff, especially as a child. It's so scary to watch and not know if, well, I lock myself in the bedroom, try to break down the door. Maybe you should call the police, Jesse. You're much older. You're an adult, so this is a little different, but I think you should call the police. I really do. Are you in your bedroom right now? And he's trying to break down the door? What gate, Paul? Oh, that's not for me. Do you know where Danny is? Paul, are you watching? I really need to call Danny. I have no idea where he is. Okay, Casey, good luck. Do you mean about the virus? Yeah, what? Yeah, he gets mad because I don't want to hear his theories. This happened last night. Okay, so what's the situation right now? Where are you and where is he? And how is the mood? Did he ever apologize? Are you still fighting? Are you trying to avoid him? Like, give me like a rundown of how things are right now. You'll call Danny? Okay. We'll text him and be like, Shanny wants to know where you are. You can do that. I give you permission. Get scared, he'll hurt you. You have to call the police. I completely agree. He's asleep now. Has he ever hurt you before? Besides already mentally and emotionally abusing you like that? Has he ever physically hurt you as well? I think he does, April. I think he does drink often because she was saying that it was nothing new. Like, this happens all the time. He's always gets drunk and screams at her. He's in the living room. I'm in the bedroom. My daughter is in the bath. She's severely autistic. Oh, that adds a whole nother. Wow. I knew what you meant, April. He does this every weekend and weekly. Do you feel like you're in danger right now? I mean, is he drinking right now? Because you are if he's drinking. You're always in danger if he's drinking. Because if he's done that to you, I don't know, has he ever hurt you? Like, physically, has he ever hurt you? True. Kids are involved. This can be considered child neglect and abuse. Be careful. That's a really good point. You could get in trouble for not protecting your child. Like, obviously, he could get in trouble for hurting your children, but like, you could also get in trouble for not doing the right thing for the child, especially these days. Back in my day, it was a little different. Like, well, maybe it wasn't, but I was my mom's youngest, and I was 13 when it happened, and she finally was able to leave my dad. But where you have a really, really young child, I can see like you getting in trouble for it and not getting them out sooner. So, do you have a place you can go? How about that? Not physically, but he tries to provoke me. Okay. So, do you have anywhere to go? Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's my advice. If he hurts you or scares you in any way, if he abuses you in any form, whether that's mental, physical, emotional, neglectful, sexual, any kind of abuse, okay, any at all, you call the police. Deal? Like, from here on out, you call the police. But until then, you need to find somewhere else to go. You're saying you have nowhere to go. Honestly, like, Even if you have to go to like a shelter, like a women's shelter, because that would be better than being at home with an abuser that might snap, and he might just have one too many drinks and just snap and do something extremely crazy like my dad did. Last time I called the police on him, I got arrested. Why? Why did you get arrested? Well, that's the stupid police officer that you talk to. Why on earth did you get arrested? That's really weird. He said he had a scratch on his face from when I pushed his face away from mine. Did he get arrested too? Shouldn't both of you have been arrested and questioned? Was he arrested too? That pisses me off. For you. That makes me want to like call your police area and be like, you guys suck at your job. Yes, Alanis. When something happens, get your phone out and record. Absolutely. Don't even show me recording, just kind of like have it down there so you can at least get the sound. I was in jail for 3 days. It was hell. They tortured me. Nope, he cried like a baby to them and they took his side. Okay, that scares me even more. Okay, I again hate to bring up my situation, but on that last scary violent day with my dad, where he snapped, and it was, what have I told you guys? Because I can't give too many details, but what did I tell you before? I think I just explained that it was like a hostage slash, there were many guns involved slash threats slash suicide slash the whole SWAT team had to come and tape off our neighborhood slash hostage, self-hostage situation. And when they finally got him to, you know, surrender, I guess, is that what that means? They took him into custody and they took him to a mental hospital, and he sweet talked his way out of it. Don't know how in the hell he did that after what he had done. And so about maybe 12 hours later, they let him go. And about an hour before that, before he left to come home, my grandma showed up at our door, and she had no idea what had happened the day before. She had no idea. My mom didn't want to tell her because it was that scary and dramatic, and my grandma was sick at the time and didn't want to like put any more stress on her. She's getting cancer treatments, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't even tell my grandma at all. And my grandma showed up the next morning and said, I need you to pack your bags and come with me. And we're like, why? We're fine. He's gone. She's like, no, I don't know what's going on. Wait, what do you mean he's gone? And then we told her everything. And she's like, I don't know why I'm here. You just need to come with me. I just have a feeling. And so we packed our bags and left. And like 10 minutes later, he got home. And I can tell you that if he had gotten home and we were still there, because of the fact that we had gotten him into custody and called the police and called the SWAT team and done all the things, I know that he would have snapped on us and hurt one, if not all of us. So it scares me when you say that like he was able to cry and get away with it, because that reminds me of my dad and how even after what he had put us all through, he was able to somehow sweet talk his way out of it, and they let him free to go home. And then he came home, and if we would have been there, God was way all over that. Way. You guys know my grandma. I talk about her a lot. We were just talking about her last night, or the night before, I think, about how prepared she always is and always was. And I love her and I miss her so much, but she just knew. She knew something was wrong. And had she not followed that and come and gotten us, I'm very positive that at least one of us would be dead at this point. Yeah, narcissists can charm the hind legs off. That's true. That's true.
just blows my mind still. It still blows my mind because it's like they had actual like visual evidence of taping off the freaking neighborhood and sending a SWAT team in, watching him threaten things and put guns up to people and finding more guns buried in the backyard, and like all of that evidence that they had, and even like watching him threatening things with a gun to his head. And how on earth did he speak his way out of that? How? Be careful, okay? It's not worth it. I don't want him to one night drink a little too much or get any way that you're frustrated with him and that sets him off to do something crazy like my dad did. And we were, like I said, very blessed, very lucky that we all came out of it alive. My dad included came out alive. Like, I don't know what else to say. Because my daughter's disability, no one wants her around them, so I can't leave. What? You're not looking in the right places. You can go to a shelter. You don't have any family at all. No family, no friends, nothing. You don't know anybody besides your boyfriend. Is he your boyfriend or your husband? I think he's your husband, right? Yeah, go to a women's shelter, go to a friend's house, go to anywhere. Like, I would even, well, I pay for you to sleep on the street, but that might be safer than being at home with him. So, my advice, then we're gonna move on because you know I love you, but my advice is to please think about your kid and let that be your biggest motivation, but also think about yourself, think about even him. And something needs to change here before something really bad happens that will change your life or your kid's life for the rest of your life. And that's how fast it can happen. It can go from emotional abuse and scare tactic abuse and just snap and turn into like the most terrifying situation you can imagine. So she's nonverbal too. Everyone I know can't stand her. He's my husband. We've been together for 2 years. Well, that sucks that everyone you know can't stand her. That really sucks. I think that you should reach out and find, I can't drive either because of my anxiety. Okay, call a cab. Call an Uber. Is that what they're called? We don't have that in Utah. We might, but there's really no need for it. Like, we're not like a big, busy city thing. Hang on 1 second. Call an Uber, stay in a cheap motel. I don't want to do anything. He makes the money. Again, you don't have family, you don't have anybody that can help you. If not, then go to a shelter. Go to a women's shelter. They can't turn you away. They'll at least buy you a day until you figure out what else you can do, you know? But it sounds like you're in a very dangerous spot and you have to think about your kid and yourself, but also your kid, especially if your kid is autistic. Do you know how many abusive parents have attacked their children that have like that are autistic or have special needs or any of that? Do you know how many men and women also get so frustrated with their own children that they start hurting the children because the children can't talk about it and can't tell anybody, and so they just, you know, so what if he's already hurting your child and you just don't know because she doesn't talk? Like, I feel like the answer here is pretty clear. Get out of the house, whatever that, in any way you can. Go to a shelter, call a friend, family, borrow a few $100s, go to a cheap motel if you find anybody that can lend you some money. And if not, go to the shelter, call the police from the shelter, tell them what's been going on, have them do an actual investigation, and pre-warn them about how he's really good at talking his his way out of things and crying his way out of things. And fight. Don't just get up. Fight. Don't give up. Fight for your daughter, especially. I don't think he'd ever physically abuse us. His way of coping is to dive down rabbit holes on the internet and drink. Yeah. Well, it's up to you. That's my advice, and I hope that you'll be able to find some help. I wish I could do more for you, but I can't. But I love you, and I'll pray for you. And I think we're all praying for you, or sending good thoughts, whatever we do. And I know you'll get through it, Jessie, because you're such a strong-ass woman. You really are. You've been through a lot already. So I know you can get through this. So fight, okay? Fight. Okay, let's move on to another woes. Woes, 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 woes. Oh, and come back, Jessie, and let us know how it went. Okay, hang in there, girl. Let's see. Charlie said, I want to have a baby with the man I love, though my grandmother said she'd put me out if I ever became pregnant while living in her house. We're both adults, though we don't live together. Then move out. Why are you in the house if she's not respecting what you want to do with your life? It's not like you're wanting to go out and murder people or do drugs or something. Like, you just want to have a baby with the man you love? Move in with him, like Madison just said. Just be like, Grandma, I love you, but I'm just gonna move in with my boyfriend. We're gonna have a baby together, and I love you, and I hope you'll come to the birth and the blessings and whatever you do with your babies. And just like try and keep that, still loving relationship with your grandma, and just be like, he lives with his mother and siblings. Why don't you guys get a place together? Like a really cheap apartment together. Is that possible? And if it's not possible right now, then work up to it. Because sometimes you just have to wait for those good things to happen, and you have to work towards them. Not everybody, there are so many people out there that want to have babies so badly, but they know that they can't until they finish like a different project that might get in the way, or they finish school, or you can still have babies, but I'm saying like it's not uncommon to be like, okay, well I need to figure out these other goals first, and then it'll make it easier to have a baby. So you could look at it like that. Like that's going to be your goal, is making sure that you both have jobs, or that he has a job, or that you have a job that is enough to support an apartment and having a baby together. I mentioned to him, he said he'd think about it. That's good. Let us know. That's really exciting. And this should be a time of like love, and you literally just want to make a little angel out of your love with this man. Like, how beautiful is that? So keep fighting for it, and just hopefully grandma will come around, especially once you have that baby and grandma holds that baby. She'll be like, oh my gosh, I am so glad this baby exists. Stop giving me money, dumbass. That's why I tell everyone when they give me money. Thank you. That's so sweet. You're so beautiful. Thank you for everything you do. My mental health has been suffering. I feel better hearing you. Thank you, Shanny. Well, what's been going on with you? Let's talk about you now. Thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. And you don't have to give me money for me to talk to you. It just landed that we were kind of at the end of the other conversation, and so, hey, perfect timing. So tell me what you're going through. Aw. Do you know what's weird? I am craving bacon all of a sudden. Like, I have to have bacon right now. Do I have bacon? Okay, well, you type your woes, Little Miss Money Giver, Sweetheart, Mel C. I'm gonna grab some bacon. I'll be right back.
shine for you. You know I'd do anything for you. Okay. Alrighty. Tell me your woes. Okay, let me find it. Okay. You're drunk, shocking. Okay. Where is Mel? I have bipolar depression, anxiety, and insomnia. Oh my gosh. With this lockdown, my symptoms are much worse. I can imagine. That's a lot to be dealing. That's a lot of mental illness to be dealing with. Wow. So how old are you, and what's your home situation? Do you have support at home? You're a dork, Darcy. I know, doesn't bacon sound amazing? I don't know why. I just started craving out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on. Let's go bacon. I'm 36 with 2 kids, but I have my parents' support. That's good. I'm sorry, girl. What have you been doing throughout the day to keep yourself busy? Or keep your mind busy, especially? Hold on. I have a little bit of a headache. I'm gonna turn these lights off. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. That really, really sucks. I want you to like focus on not giving up, because I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to give up this quarantine, because it feels like, I don't know how to explain this actually, but maybe someone can help me out here. Kind of feels like it's like, has a whole lot changed for me since quarantine? Not really, but taking away the freedom is like such a frustrating thing. I would like to go and see my mom when I feel like it, and I can't do that. Even though I'm used to being at home all the time anyway, there are like extra little things where you're like, ugh, that makes me feel really controlled, and it makes me feel really scared and sad and alone and stuff, and I can't fix that because I'm stuck. I don't know. Hang in there, okay? And don't give up. Keep fighting. Find things that make you happy every day. Play with your kids every day. Find some new things you guys can do together. And I don't know. Just keep yourself busy with your kids and use this time to really connect with them. And yeah. On YouTube mainly, and helping my kids with schoolwork. That's good. Even my kids are upset. My son cries because he can't go outside. Oh, that's gotta be so hard. I don't know what that's like to have kids right now. I cannot imagine how hard that must be as a mom. But you're obviously a good mom if you cared that much to say that. Like, the second thing you told us is that it's like hard for you to see your children hurting. Like, that means you're a good mom. So that's awesome. So keep fighting for them, for you. Be the example that they need. And it will end someday. I promise you it will. I know it will. I can feel it. So don't give up. Just keep being there for them, and use this time to get even closer to them than you already are. You know, you got this. You can do it. Okay, who else has a woe?
want some maple syrup. Do you ever dip your bacon in maple syrup? It's freaking incredible. What is with these cravings right now? Okay. Steph, you're up. Go. This bacon tastes a little funny. Does anybody else buy? So like we bought a big bag of bacon from Costco in the fridge, like the pre-cooked bacon, and then we've just been keeping it in our fridge, or our freezer, I mean, ever since we bought it, and just like taking it out as we want it. But now it tastes funky. Is that not okay to do? Am I just tasting things? Am I being paranoid? I mean, they've only been in the freezer for like maybe a month or two. Anyway. True. Fried corned beef, that sounds good too. I used to hate corned beef, but then I married into an Irish family and now I love it. Okay, where is Steph? I told her she was next. Where are you? I feel like a shitty person. I have explained above. Friend ODT 4 times in 2 weeks. Tonight was the 4th. What? Oh, he OD'd. My friend, what? Okay, friend OD'd 4 times in 2 weeks. Tonight was the 4th, and I got really frustrated with her. You should have gotten frustrated with her. Absolutely. You need to show her that you're disappointed in her. So she'll take it more seriously. I'm sorry, girl. That's a lot of stress. Am I triggering you, Darcy? Sorry. It's vegan syrup. Probably not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's vegan. Yeah, April? And Joseph? Mm-hmm. But that's not me. I usually am really empathetic. I was the first and second time. But this time I was like, why? Well, good. You can't. Oh, thank you, Leslie. You're so freaking sweet. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for that. I don't know. I was talking. Casey, can I talk about it? Did you just get back? I had to do something really hard and tell Casey that I was really disappointed in her, that she attempted again after many attempt after attempt after attempt, and telling me she's trying and blah blah blah. When I told her that, there was a reason I told her that. There were 2 reasons. One was that I knew that my opinion mattered to her, and so if I am to say I'm disappointed in you, in her mind it's like, whoa, wait, I don't want to hurt you, I don't want to disappoint you, and it got her out of her own mind. But also, that's what helped me in the past, is when people would say in the most loving way possible, I love you, but I'm really disappointed. And sometimes that's just what you need to tell. Don't feel bad about it. We talked through it, remember, Casey? And sometimes that's just what you have to do when you're at your wit's end and there's nothing else that you can do. So don't feel bad about that. You're doing the best you can with how it is. You know what I mean? It's never enough to cause serious harm, and she knows this. It's not to die anymore. It was the first time. Okay, so then she's doing it for attention then, right? If she's not doing it to actually die, chances are she's doing it to get attention. So maybe you should do what we do on here and say to her, get help, or I'm going to call the police on you. And I'm not going to talk to you until you get help. Sorry. Seriously. Later, she'll come back and she'll thank you. Later, she'll be like, that one thing that you told me because I love you so much and I care about you, you telling me you weren't going to speak to me until I got help, that's what gave me the push I needed, and I'm so glad that I did, because now I have the help, doing better, and I have you to thank for it, even though it's going to be freaking hard. If he has got help, that's the shit thing. Well, I mean, whatever, then use it to your situation. So say, if you don't take help, so yeah, maybe she's gotten help, but she clearly hasn't taken help, or else she wouldn't have been doing that. So you could say, if you don't take the help and really try and get yourself better, I can't do this anymore. I love you too much to keep on watching you suffer day after day, week after week, month after month. I care about you way too much, and it's starting to hurt my heart, and I cannot bear to watch it anymore. So I love you. I'll be praying for you, thinking of you, and please, come back when you've actually received help and actually done the work to get yourself better. That's what I would say, even though that's gonna be freaking hard. Yeah, but please remember, I'm in the UK and it's very different here. Mental health is shit. What do you mean? Like help for it? Isn't mental health the same everywhere? Yeah, accept the help. You ran out of vegan ice cream? That's horrific. I have some in my freezer. You can come get it. Why do I have vegan ice cream? Wait, why do I have vegan ice cream? I forget. I don't know, but I do. Oh, I think I got it to try because if I ate too much regular ice cream, I get sick because I'm like slightly, what's it called, lactose intolerant, but only if I eat like enough, like a lot of ice cream or a lot of milk or something. So I think that's why I got it, because then it was like, oh, it's not milk, so maybe it would be better. I don't know. That's probably why I got it. Okay, we'll keep it till you get here. It's gonna be really gross by then, probably. I'm sorry, those stuff, that really sucks. I just think you've tried everything else, you've exhausted every other thought and idea, so maybe it's just time to give her some tough love. No, it's not the same here. The NHS is our only option, and it's desperately underfunded. So basically, she's really lucky right now, especially in COVID times, to have people coming to her home to help her stay safe. What does that have to do with her accepting it? Whatever help is in the UK, she needs to accept it, not just like do it. She needs to do it. Like, she doesn't need to just, so if that means them coming to her house or however you guys do it, then take advantage of that. Tell her to take advantage of that. This is her help. This is the only help that you can get there, right? So tell her, take advantage, make the change, and I love you, and that's why I cannot watch this anymore until you get yourself better. Or if you don't want to do that, be realistic with yourself and realize you're going to have to deal with this again over and over. So it's up to you. If you're okay to keep dealing with this like this, but I don't think you are because you brought it up on here. But if you are, then don't do anything. But if you really want change and you really want what's best for her and what's best for you, then you have to say this to her. You have to tell her, unless you accept help, not just get the help, but actually accept it, take advantage of it, use it, no matter what form of help that is, wherever you're from. Doesn't matter. There's always some sort of help, like you just said, so she needs to take advantage of that. Do you know what I mean? And just tell her I love you that much, that's why I'm saying this, that I can no longer sit back and watch this happen. Yeah, I did. I told her she can't keep doing this on the rare days that nobody comes to your house or speaks to you on the phone. Professionals, yeah. This is actually helping. Okay, good. Oh, that makes me feel happy. I don't know. And you can use like, I don't know. I know it's not easy. Like, it's so hard. I can't tell you how hard it was with Casey. because I knew she was already feeling really low, and I knew she was suicidal, and I knew, but like, it just felt right that I had to tell her, I love you so much that I cannot watch this anymore. And so if you're not willing to get the help that you need and really take advantage of it, then I cannot sit back and watch this anymore. I'm sorry. And she did. Now she's, you know, she went to the mental hospital for another attempt, and that's when I told her that. And now she's in treatment. She's in inpatient treatment. And the same thing has happened to me. I've had people tell me that they're disappointed in me, and that's like more hurtful than hearing, I'm so mad at you, or I hate you. There's something about like showing your disappointment. To me, that means like, I love you so much, and that's why I'm disappointed in you. Because I feel like in order to be disappointed in someone, you have to know them. You have to love them. So yeah, you've got this. You can do it. Be strong. Let us know how it goes. Her mom is completely exasperated. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean like tall, old, exasperated, chunky? What does exasperated mean? Breathing? What does exasperating mean? Hold on. I know this word. I've heard it. Okay. Oh, it does mean tall. You're joking. Okay. I'm not kidding. I believed you for a split second. I was like, oh, really? I was just guessing. It means frustrated, fed up, exhausted. Okay. End of her tether. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I can imagine. So think of that too, and think of how much you could be helping just by giving her encouragement that's tough love because you love her, you know? So let us know how it goes, and I'll be praying for you. I'm always praying for you. I love you lots. Okay, who wants to go next? I don't know big words. You should have known that. Where is my husband? I need to call him. I love you, Darce, but I'm going to try and take someone that I haven't ever talked to before, or that it's been a really long time. So hang on. Maybe once we're done with all that. Because you know I love you, girl. Anybody else? If not, then I'll take Darcy. I'm going to call Danny real quick. And see where the crap he is. FaceTime it messes up the live. Okay. Cassandra. Okay, go, Cassandra. You're up. Ready to go. I know, Darcy. I'm praying for you. I know you'll get through this. Like, I know it.
Hello, my love.
Hey, where are you?
Just outside painting the trailer with Paul, our friend.
Outside of our house?
Huh?
Outside of our house?
No, inside. We're painting the trailer inside, babe. Yes, outside of the house. You look out the window, you'll see me and Paul paint the damn trailer.
You're a dick.
Take it.
I love you.
Yeah, pretty much. I love you too.
Are you guys watching my live?
We are not. Are you live? I didn't get
We're
it.
live on YouTube. It's my weekly live.
Oh, I didn't even do that. I didn't get a thing.
Oh. Well, maybe we'll come visit you real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
Bye.
Lisa's on her, so maybe wait a minute.
Bleach is out there? You can do bleach, but don't stain it. You're a dork. Okay, I'll be down soon. Not right away, but soon. Okay, bye. Okay. Okay, Cassandra. All right, girl. comments there, seriously.
Okay. All right. I made an unhealthy attachment from BPD and upset her. Sorry. Hang on. There we go. Okay. I made an unhealthy attachment from BPD and upset her, and now she hasn't responded. Who? Wait, I might have missed part of this. No, I didn't. What are you talking about? Oh, I made an attachment and ruined it, and I'm hurt. Okay, so I made an unhealthy attachment from BPD. Okay, I actually understand what that means now, thanks to Melissa educating me. Made an unhealthy attachment from BPD and upset her, and now she hasn't responded in a week. Yeah, my professor, I got attached to her. Okay, so we were talking on the Insta Live about when you have BPD, because I've been a little scared, to be honest, to learn much about it, because I feel like I've got enough on my plate, but I know I need to. And one of the characteristics with BPD is something called FP, where you have a favorite person, and it's not just like you love them, they're your favorite, and it's all cute and rainbows and sunshine. It's like you cannot go a day without this person. You become extremely attached, you feel lost if you don't either see this person every day or talk to this person every day or hug this person every day. It can also be objects, apparently. And so a lot of times, like what you're going through, you attach yourself too much to one person or one thing, and then you end up getting hurt because that person can't reciprocate the kind of love that you're feeling for them. Does that make sense? So it's like they could never, most likely, reciprocate the love that you have for them, because it's not like that for them, you know? Like, we think differently, and I don't know. Is that a good way to explain it? So I can imagine that not talking to her for a week, that's gotta be rough. And I'm so sorry that you're going through that. It's like I want her approval. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so new to this that I don't want to give advice because I don't think I have any. So if anybody else here has advice about this, I literally just learned about this last night. But what I will say is that maybe you can start, like, not replacing her, but kind of slowly add something else into your life that's good, that you can focus on or that you can do yourself to get your mind off of things. Like, maybe you could go live, maybe you could start making videos, maybe you could sew or knit, crochet, you can learn how to throw knives, you could, like, become an animal trainer and work at SeaWorld and train the dolphins and stuff. You could like hike Mount Everest and get to the top and be like, I hiked Mount Everest and I survived. I can survive anything. Or you could be like, I'm just gonna eat an entire bag of Oreos and not care. And then maybe just like be like, okay, well, maybe I'll add some milk because that's a little heavy without the milk. So maybe I'll start with just a couple Oreos and add some milk or some water so it's not so heavy on my heart. And then the next day you can use the energy you get from that to go climb Mount Everest. You'll get to the top, and then once you're up there, you can learn how to crochet in the ice, and then you'll be able to sell crocheted mittens and hats and things that were crocheted at the top of Mount Everest, and people will pay you billions of dollars for it. That's what you're gonna do. What's wrong with learning how to throw knives? I don't mean like throw to yourself. I mean like learn how to throw and aim knives. That is a good skill to have. Are you kidding? Imagine someone breaks in your house and the only weapon you have is a knife. Oh,
but he's standing 20 feet away. The only way I'm going to stab him is if he comes right up to me. And if he does that, I might not survive because he's much bigger than me. And so, oh, if only I knew how to throw a knife. This is perfectly reasonable advice. Who am I talking to? What is she saying? Cassandra. So I get it. Like, I understand, yes, that you feel you need her approval, but just know that you can find other things. I'm trying to work on it too. It's really hard for me to, and by trying to work on it, I mean since last night I've started working on this, is not like relying, because I have to watch a Colleen video every day or I'll throw up and want to die. So I'm trying to like replace that today, and I played with my birds for 20 minutes instead of 20 extra minutes instead of watching a Colleen video, except for her new one that came out. But other than that, you know, I don't know, just slowly add some other joyous things in your life that, you know, and maybe help other people. That's always the best answer. That can fix so many problems. I know I give that answer for so many problems, but that's because it can fix so many problems. Like, so many. So, do it. But that's gotta be frustrating. I'm really sorry. One second. Yeah. I wish I knew what else to say. What are you guys talking about? Hold on. Because Cass stopped talking. Are you okay, Cassandra? Therapist. Here, I'm just reading your comments. Thank you, Steph. I know. I'm a genius. Yeah. I vote we skip the knives. Says you. Probably me too. Let's be real. If I try to throw a knife, I just have a feeling it would just come right back to me like a boomerang, because I can't do anything physical. I would do it wrong. I would mess it up immediately. But still, it's a good thought that counts, and you try it. Yeah, that's a great idea. If you always talk at the same time, do something that time every day. So watch a TV show, book, online classes, etc. I like that. So if there's a specific time you talk to her every day, or you did, because it's been a week, you've been messaging her. I don't mean this to insult you, but I just know that I've done that before, and I feel like it almost makes you look worse in her eyes. Because you need to respect what her boundaries are, and I've crossed that line so many times, and I always end up losing the person when I do that, you know. Messaging me? Oh, you've been messaging me. Oh, okay. I was like, if you're messaging her, like over and over and over, I feel like that's not gonna help. I'm sure she knows how you feel already, you know? Yeah. You asked if you're there. Oh, it's not showing up. Before you said no messaging you, and hold on. Yes, Steph, I've been messaging before that, nothing, except it's like I want her approval. That's the only message I saw. And I don't know why YouTube filters comments like that, so maybe try saying it again if you'd like to. Love that, Kimmy. So fun. Wait, what's the first? How are you feeling, Cass? What? Dad just came and said, you're not allowed to be by yourself anymore until this calms down. What? Oh, Dad. Dad just came and said, you're not allowed to be by yourself anymore until this calms down. Is he in the room? Hi, Dad. I promise I'm a very safe person. No, I can't see it. What the heck? Try wording it differently. Is there anything like inappropriate in it? I'm not sure I know what you mean, Joseph. Because you just saw how bad my cuts are. Okay, well that's reasonable for him to say that then. I don't have as much of an attachment, but I still want my emails to be from her. Yeah, that's normal for what you're going through. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to start, like, think of it this way. The sooner you can figure out how to detach and do it very slowly, it's going to take time. Until you do that, you're just going to keep getting more hurt and more hurt and more hurt and more hurt. And it's not her that's hurting you, and it's not you that's hurting you. It's the situation. It's your mind. So be stronger than your mind and just practice other things and replace, you know, what you would get from her with other good things. And you can still have her in your life, but you're just going to keep getting hurt the more you put into this, you know? I have another class with her this summer. Well, that's, why? Why do you have a class with her? Well, then, I don't know. Then maybe this is a good time, like before those classes start, to learn how to detach yourself so it doesn't get even worse. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's the only professor. Okay, so you need to take time before and prepare yourself for it so that you don't get overly attached again like you were before. So I don't know when classes start with her, but until then, do everything you can to start detaching a little bit. You don't have to detach fully right away, and maybe not ever. Just depends on if you can turn it into a healthier situation. Well, I don't think she's underage, right? Are you? How old are you, Cassandra? I think she might be talking about college, but maybe not. How old are you? For final season, I stay awake for a week. 23. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's still dangerous. It's still like a rough. This is hard. So I can't give much advice, but other than I already did what I already did. So don't give up, okay? And start slow. You can do this. And already been through really a lot of hard times in your life. Someday you're gonna, like this time in your life, you're gonna look back and reflect and be like, whoa, how did I get through that? And you're even gonna be able to help other people through it. Like, keep that in mind. That's what I do by sharing my experiences with people in hopes to help them and to warn them what can happen. I'm not kidding. It is, besides like love and my husband, my family, and God and all that, it is the most rewarding, beautiful thing in my life, because it gets me out of my own headspace and try and help other people with situations that I've been through, which then makes me feel valuable to the world, which makes any kind of self-harm, even if it's not, you're not technically hurting yourself, but like you hate yourself or whatever, all of that starts to fade a little, and you start to notice that you've got some worth in you. And how cool is that to take your pain and use it to help somebody else? And someday you can do that. So take it little by little, and you'll get there. I know you will, I know you will. You're a badass woman, come on. And I adore you. I so appreciate your support and your love. You've always been so sweet to me and supportive and loving. And I have a lot of respect for you, and I also have a lot of faith in you that you can get through this. So just start slow, okay? Just start slow. It's like one little thing at a time. Take it one day at a time. Tomorrow, you're gonna do one new thing. You're gonna focus on one new thing tomorrow, whether that's a hobby, whether that's a craft, helping somebody else, running, writing a book, writing anything, coloring, watching a movie, whatever it is. You're gonna do one new thing tomorrow when you get the urge to talk to this girl, this woman. And you're just gonna start like learning to replace it little by little with other things, because because you deserve to feel happy, and you deserve to have a good feeling back to you, I'm not good with words, my gosh. Anyway, I love you. You'll get through this. I know it. 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 So much going on. Oh, you're welcome, Jesse. We love you. That's awesome. Do what you know is right, okay? And you know what that is. Hang on one second. I am looking at old comments. Hold on. No, that's not. This isn't okay. That's awesome, Stephanie. My daughter's in therapy, and her therapist FaceTimes and texts and uses the phone. Lots of options, especially during the pandemic. Exactly. And I just learned that my physical doctor does like calls, like, yeah, they do like FaceTime calls and ask you questions about what you're going through. So I'm trying to get the gist of what's going on here. One second. Okay. That's awesome, Libby. When I'm 18, I'm gonna tattoo all over my scars. That's awesome. My scars, okay, so I have different kinds of scars on my body, and Danny's really cute about it. So I have an unbelievable amount of stretch marks because I've lost and gained weight so many times in my life. So I have stretch marks everywhere. And then I also have scars from when I used to cut, mostly like my upper thighs, where I thought no one would ever see it except Danny. And Danny is so sweet. He always calls my what did I just say? What was that word? Oh my gosh. Like stretch marks. He calls my stretch marks lightning because they kind of look like lightning and they kind of shine a little and they're really cute. So he likes to just, I don't mean this sexually, but like he just likes to touch my body and like go to the lines and go to the stretch marks and just like, you know, just kind of be like, oh, they're so soft and pretty and beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And now he does that with my scars too, because what's beautiful about my scars is that they're scars and they're not fresh wounds anymore. And so I think doing anything to turn your old pain into something good is a beautiful thing. So that's awesome. I know stretch marks are really soft. They're actually like really soft and smooth. They're actually kind of comforting. I know, he's the sweetest. Birds have a lot to say. I know, I'm so used to it. I block it out. Sorry about that. Hang on 1 second. Let me call Danny. Okay, who else has a woe that they want to talk about? Call Danny and teach my husband what a good husband is, please. Hi. What do you think being a good husband is?
Being a what?
What's being a good husband?
Supportive, loving, caring, understanding. Whoa, bro, take it easy. Wait for me. That's what I think being a husband.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Does exasperated mean tall?
Exasperated?
Yeah, you
No,
would
that
you
means,
would know.
What does exasperated mean? It's like, like you're out of you're at your wit's end. Like you're done with the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just tired, exasperated.
Yeah, I thought it meant tall, for real.
Oh, no, that's not tall.
Yeah.
Tall is just tall. Yeah, it's so exasperated.
How much longer are you guys gonna go? Your bathroom is disgusting, hon. No, it's not. Do you... No, just tell him it's not clean. Well, I'm about to go to bed though. Okay. No, tell him he can use the bathroom. I'm just saying I don't know the last time I cleaned that toilet because I don't ever go down there. Okay. No, he pays attention to details, stuff like that. Okay, take care. I love you. Okay, bye. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go soon, but I'm gonna take one more woe and let's see. Oh, I agree. It's the coolest group of people in the world. Let's see. What sounds manipulative? Okay, everyone send in their woes and I'll pick one to end on. And I'll do it based on advice that I can actually give, you know? So ready, go. That's great, Joseph. That's awesome. Fighting. Keep fighting. You are worth it. Go marriage. Yes, you do need to stop self-harming. How? The same way everything we've been talking about. Keep your hands busy, keep your mind busy, try and help other people, get out of your own head. And so if you think about other people, you're not thinking about those bad thoughts telling you to do that. So get out of your own head, help someone else, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm amazing that I just helped somebody. And all I had to do was make the decision to try and help somebody, and I did. And I wasn't thinking of self-harming that whole time. What the crap? That's how it works. It's amazing. Okay. Does anyone else have, retype it if you've already typed it, because, sorry, just retype it. Yeah. It's super important to keep your hands and your mind busy when it comes to self-harm, especially your hands. So take up a new hobby. You could crochet, you could paint, you could whatever, or just get out of your mind, get out of your house, go help somebody, serve somebody, make somebody cookies and visit them. Even though it's quarantine, you could like leave them on their porch with a nice note and just take the time to think about somebody else. Holly did, or Harley? Okay, Leslie said, my friend slept with my boyfriend before we started dating. This doesn't bother me, but when she gets drunk, she brings it up and tells me that I have her leftovers now. That's not cool at all. Yeah, that's not a friend. Ew. Gross. That's not a friend. You deserve better than that. Ew. Have you told her that hurts you? Because duh, of course that hurts you. Have you told her that? Like, she might say something like, well, I was joking, I was drunk, I was joking. No, there's always some truth behind what people say when they're drunk or joking. There's always some sort of
truth in these types of situations. Come on, like, we're not stupid. So ask her where that's coming from and just be like, what are you doing? Why would you say something like that to me? Like, that's very, very hurtful. I want to talk to her about it, but she cries and says sorry, but does it again. Then next time she does it, you tell her, I'm not going to do this anymore. So this is your last chance that I'm going to forgive you one more time for this. And then after that, I will have to cut you off as a friend. Seriously. So if she does it again, say, I love you, but I have tried so many times telling you that this hurts. Like, it hurts me. And I don't feel like it's being a good friend to say stuff like that, whether you're joking or drunk or sorry or whatever. And so if you do it from here on out one more time, I'm done. Make like a tree and leave. Exactly. Yeah, because that's not a friend. No, that's not a friend at all. That's just a person who wants to make herself better by tearing her friend down, which is so gross. And maybe she is a good person and a good friend, but what she's doing is not okay, and you need to make sure she understands that. I just want to make sure I wasn't being too sensitive about it. Thank you. Not at all. I would feel the same way. I would feel hurt. And I'm not a confrontational person, but I feel like I would say something. I really do. Like, I feel like I would say, brain just stopped. Something. I feel like I would say something. I would just be like, hey, love you lots, but when you get drunk, girl, you say some things that are really hurtful, and then you always apologize later, which makes me think that you know it's not right. Otherwise, why are you apologizing later? So please don't do it again. And if you do, I can't keep doing this with you. Like, I can't. I'm drinking ginger ale. So, yeah. Okay. I wish I could do more, but I need to go. My body's done for the night. But if you want to keep seeing me go live, I have been going live a lot more often on Instagram again, but I can't guarantee that's going to be an every night thing. But if you do catch one, I do a lot of like guesting where I'll bring some of you on and meet you face to face. And that's been really awesome, getting to know a lot of you that I already know your names, and to see your face and match a face with your name has been really fun to do. So yeah, if you want to follow me on there, go for it. Otherwise, the next thing you'll see from me on here is a video, and then next Saturday, and then there might be more videos, we'll see. But for sure there's at least 1 or 2 more coming this next week. And then next Saturday I'll go live again. How did this time work out for everybody? I actually was also thinking of moving it to Friday, because there are men in my house. It's fall. They better be social distancing. You like this time? Okay, good. Good to know. Because I know, Steph, you're in the UK, so that's good. Okay. But yeah, I might move it to Friday, just because, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know way ahead of time, like I do. So, well, because I was thinking if we move it to Friday, I go to bed extremely early on Friday so that I can have a movie morning, Saturday morning with Danny before he has to go work on projects. And so I start my routine earlier, which means I could start the live at like 6 or 6:30 for me, which would be an hour sooner than when I started this. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll let you guys know. So, okay. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody hang in there. Keep fighting. You're worth it. The way you feel is valid, and I love you, all of you. And remember, forever and always, that you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I love you guys. Have a great night.